Why superheroes save universes but can't solve humanity's deepest problems. Superheroes are the pinnacle of what humanity aspires to be: selfless, powerful, and driven to protect others. They battle apocalyptic threats, defeat godlike adversaries, and safeguard the fragile balance of existence across universes. Yet, they seem curiously powerless against the everyday crises that define the human experience: poverty, hunger, war, and corruption. This paradox is no accident. It reflects profound truths about storytelling, human nature, and the complexity of societal systems. Let's delve deeper into why superheroes, despite their overwhelming powers, often leave humanity's fundamental struggles untouched. 1. The inherent limits of superhero power. At first glance, superheroes appear omnipotent. They have super strength, genius intellects, and near-infinite resources. Yet their powers, by design, have limits when applied to systemic issues. Powers aren't meant for subtle problems. Superman can move planets, but poverty isn't a planet to move, it's a web of historical, economic, then social factors. Wonder Woman can shatter armies, but breaking the cycle of war requires more than defeating aggressors. Superhero abilities are designed for the spectacular, not the systematic. B. The unintended consequences of overreach. Consider a scenario where a hero like Tony Stark invents technology to end world hunger. This might initially seem like a simple fix, but real-world analogs show us the dangers of such interventions. Overproduction of food could destabilize economies, create dependency, and upend local farming industries. A simple act of fixing could unintentionally destroy livelihoods, deepen inequality, or cause cultural and political upheavals. 2. Philosophical questions of morality and autonomy. Superheroes often wrestle with the ethical implications of using their power to alter human society. Should they intervene? Many heroes, particularly Superman, are bound by the belief that humanity must chart its own course. If Superman dismantled all nuclear weapons or eradicated corrupt governments, he would essentially impose his own moral framework on the world. This risks turning him into a benevolent dictator rather than a savior. His restraint reflects a core principle: free will is essential, even if it leads to human suffering. B. The nature of heroism: a reaction versus prevention. Superhero stories are built on the idea of reaction. A threat arises, and the hero responds. Poverty, hunger, and corruption are not villains in the traditional sense. They don't have a face, a headquarters, or a master plan to thwart. Solving these issues would require superheroes to fundamentally change their role from reactive defenders to proactive reformers, a shift that complicates their identity and risks alienating audiences. C. The fear of absolute power. Many iconic stories explore what happens when superheroes do try to reshape the world. In Injustice, Gods Among Us, Superman's attempt to enforce peace leads to a tyrannical regime. Similarly, in Watchmen, Ozymandias's radical solution to end global conflict comes at the cost of millions of lives. These cautionary tales highlight a key truth: even heroes with the best intentions are not infallible. Their solutions may inadvertently create new problems or strip humanity of its agency. 3. The narrative constraints of superhero fiction. Superheroes are not just characters, they are products of storytelling conventions and commercial imperatives. Escapism over realism. Superhero narratives thrive on escapism. They offer a world where justice is swift, villains are clear, and good triumphs over evil. Addressing systemic issues like poverty or corruption requires nuanced, often grim storytelling that contrasts sharply with the optimistic tone most superhero stories aim for. B. The perpetual struggle. Comics, movies, and shows need to maintain their status quo. Batman can't completely clean up Gotham because his identity is tied to its darkness. If Bruce Wayne solved crime or poverty, the core tension of his stories would disappear. Similarly, Spider-Man's struggles as a working-class hero would lose resonance if Peter Parker suddenly used his connections to become wealthy and influential. See villains as foils, not systems. Superhero stories focus on individuals who embody evil, like Lex Luthor or Kingpin. These villains serve as foils to the hero's morality and can be defeated in a climactic showdown. Systems like poverty or war, however, lack a singular antagonist, making them difficult to tackle within the bounds of traditional storytelling. 4. The reflection of real-world dynamics. Superhero fiction mirrors our world, including its flaws and contradictions. Heroes reflect, they don't reshape. Superheroes are designed to inspire, not to act as deus ex machina solutions. They reflect humanity's potential for good, bravery, and compassion, reminding us of what we could achieve. However, they also reflect our limitations, emphasizing that certain problems require collective human effort rather than superhuman intervention. The complexity of change. Addressing systemic issues in the real world requires more than good intentions. It demands structural reform, economic redistribution, and cultural shifts. These are slow, messy processes that often face resistance. Superheroes, for all their power, cannot speed up this process without undermining the autonomy and resilience of the societies they protect. See inspiration, not intervention. The goal of superheroes isn't to solve every problem but to inspire hope. Superman saving a child from a burning building reminds us that goodness exists. Black Panther's leadership over Wakanda shows the power of unity and vision. These moments encourage readers and viewers to tackle the world's problems rather than expecting a savior to do it for them. 5. The philosophical takeaway. The limitations of superheroes are not failures, they are essential to their purpose. Superheroes exist to model virtues, not solutions. 1. Hope over certainty. Superheroes embody hope, not because they fix everything, but because they refuse to give up even in the face of impossible odds. Their inability to solve systemic issues mirrors our own struggle with these problems, making their victories more relatable and inspiring. 2. The shared responsibility of change. By leaving poverty, hunger, and corruption unresolved, superhero stories subtly remind us that these are not problems that can be saved away. They require collective human effort, cooperation, and systemic reform. Superheroes inspire us to take on these challenges ourselves. Conclusion: the true power of superheroes. Superheroes may be capable of saving the world, but they can't solve its problems. And perhaps, they're not meant to. Their stories are not about fixing everything but about reminding us of what we could achieve if we harnessed even a fraction of their courage, resilience, and compassion. The real heroes, these stories suggest, are not the ones with capes and powers but the ordinary people who fight injustice, build communities, and strive to make the world a better place. Superheroes inspire us to believe in the extraordinary, but it is up to humanity to make it a reality. For more in-depth analysis of superhero narratives and their deeper meanings, subscribe to African Reads Comics. Let's explore the lessons, contradictions, and inspirations hidden in the stories we love. Hit that subscribe button, and let's dive into these timeless tales together.